Hey everyone, in today's video we are diving into WWE's legendary wrestlers who have sadly passed away. We will show you their incredible career when they started, how long they dominated the ring, explore their family legacies, and reveal which of their children followed in their footsteps. Plus, we will take a look at their final resting places. So let's get started. Number 1 is Scott Hall. Scott Hall was born on October 20, 1958 in St. Mary's County, Maryland, United States. He made his debut in the wrestling industry in 1984. After wrestling for 25 consecutive years, Scott Hall retired from the industry on May 19, 2010. In 1990, Scott Hall married Dana Lee Pugio, but they divorced in 1998. He later married Jessica Hart in 2006. But the marriage ended in divorce in 2007. Scott Hall had two children, a son named Cody Taylor Hall, who is also a professional wrestler, and a daughter named Cassidy Hall. Scott Hall passed away on March 14, 2022 due to complications from blood clot surgery. He was 63 years old at the time of his death. Number 2, Eddie Guerrero. Eddie Guerrero was born on October 9, 1967 in El Paso, Texas, United States. He made his wrestling debut in 1986 and wrestled for 19 years. In 1990, Eddie married Vicky Guerrero. The couple had 3 children. His daughters named are Kelly Guerrero, Shaul Guerrero, who also became a professional wrestler, and Sherilyn Guerrero. Eddie Guerrero tragically passed away on November 13, 2005 due to acute heart failure. He was 38 years old at the time of his death. Number 3, Miss Elizabeth. Miss Elizabeth was born on November 19, 1960 in Frankfort, Kentucky, United States. She debuted in the wrestling industry in 1987 and wrestled for 12 years before retiring on August 17, 2000. Miss Elizabeth married Randy Savage in 1984, but the couple divorced in 1992. She later married Kelly Lubetsky in 1992, but they also divorced in 1999. Miss Elizabeth passed away on May 1, 2003 due to a drug overdose. Miss Elizabeth was 42 years old at the time of her death. Number 4, Big Boss Man. Big Boss Man was born on May 2, 1962 in Marietta, Georgia, United States. He made his wrestling debut in 1985 and wrestled for 19 years before retiring on September 14, 2004. In 1989, Big Boss Man married Angela Traylor, and he had 2 daughters, Lacey Abilene Taylor and Megan Cheyenne Taylor. Big Boss Man passed away on September 22, 2004 due to a heart attack. He was 42 years old at the time of his death. Number 5, Davey Boy Smith. Davey Boy Smith was born on November 27, 1962 in Colborne, United Kingdom. He made his wrestling debut in 1978 and had a career that spanned 24 years. In 1984, Davey Boy Smith married Deanna Hart, and they divorced in 2000. The couple had 2 children, a son, Davey Boy Smith Jr., who became a professional wrestler, and a daughter named Georgia Smith. Davey Boy Smith passed away on May 18, 2002 due to natural causes associated with an enlarged heart. He was 39 years old at the time of his death. Number 6, Yokozuna. Yokozuna was born on October 2, 1966 in San Francisco, California, United States. He debuted in the wrestling industry in 1985 and wrestled for 15 years before retiring on March 10, 2000. Yokozuna married Monica Anoi in 1987. They had 2 children, a son, Justin Anoi, and a daughter, Kelani Anoi. Yokozuna passed away on October 23, 2000 due to pulmonary edema. He was 34 years old at the time of his death. Number 7, Rick Rude. Rick Rude was born on December 7, 1958 in St. Peter, Minnesota, United States. He debuted in the wrestling industry in 1982 and wrestled for 12 years before retiring on May 1, 1994. In 1980, Rick Rude married Cheryl Holler, but they divorced on 1982. He later married Michelle Root in 1988. The couple had 3 children, a son named Colton Root, Ryan Root, and daughters named Marissa Root. Rick Root passed away on April 20, 1990 due to an overdose of mixed medications. He was 40 years old at the time of his death. Number 8. Omen Hart. Omen Hart was born on May 7, 1965 in Calgary, Canada. He made his wrestling debut in 1983 and wrestled for 16 years. In 1989, Omen Hart married Martha Hart. Couple had 2 children, a son named Audrey Edward Hart and a daughter named Athena Christie Hart. Owen Hart tragically passed away on May 23, 1999 due to an internal bleeding caused by a high fall during a wrestling event. He was 34 years old at the time of his death. Number 9. Randy Savage. Randy Savage was born on November 15, 1952 in Columbus, Ohio, United States. He made his wrestling debut in 1973 and wrestled for 27 years before retiring on December 5, 2004. In 1984, Randy Savage married Miss Elizabeth, but they divorced in 1992. Later in 2010, he married Lynn Payne. Randy Savage passed away on May 20, 2011 due to a heart attack brought on by atherosclerosis. He was 58 years old at the time of his death. Number 10. Bam Bigelow. Bam Bigelow was born on September 1, 1961 in Mount Laurel Township, New Jersey, United States. He made his wrestling debut in 1985 and wrestled for 21 years before retiring on February 2, 2006. In 1987, Bam Bigelow married Dana Fisher, but they divorced in 2000. The couple had 3 children, a son named Shane Bigelow, another son named Scott Colton Bigelow, and a daughter named Ricky Bigelow. Bam Bigelow passed away on January 19, 2007 due to a drug overdose. He was 45 years old at the time of his death. Number 11. Chris Benard. Chris Benard was born on May 21, 1967 in Montreal, Canada. He made his wrestling debut in 1985 and wrestled for 21 years. In 1988, Chris Benard married Martina Benard, but they divorced in 1997. Later, in 2000, he married Nancy Benard. Chris Benard had 3 children, a son named David Benard, another son named Daniel Benard, and a daughter named Megan Benard. Chris Benard died by suicide on June 24, 2007. He was 40 years old at the time of his death. Number 12. Mike Awesome. Mike Awesome was born on January 24, 1965 in Tampa, Florida, United States. He made his wrestling debut on February 26, 1989 and wrestled for 17 years before retiring in 2006. In 1991, Mike Awesome married Talisa Diane Bowers. The couple had 2 children, a son named Cassie and a daughter named Carissa. Mike Awesome passed away on February 17, 2007 due to suicide by hanging. He was 42 years old at the time of his death. Number 13. Billy Graham. Billy Graham was born on June 7, 1943 in North Carolina, United States. He made his wrestling debut in 1970 and wrestled for 17 years before retiring on November 7, 1987. In 1966, Billy Graham married Deborah Mitchum, but they divorced in 1976. He later married Larry Irwin in 1981. Billy Graham had 2 children, a son named Joy Graham and a daughter named Capella Graham. Billy Graham passed away on May 17, 2023 due to sepsis and multiple organ failure. He was 79 years old at the time of his death. Number 14. Roddy Piper. Roddy Piper was born on April 17, 1954 in Saskatoon, Canada. He made his wrestling debut in 1972 and wrestled for 39 years before retiring in 2011. In 1982, Roddy Piper married Kitty Jo Dietrich. The couple had 4 children, a son named Colton Barrett Toombs, and 3 daughters named Ariel Teal Toombs, Anastasia Shea Toombs, and Fallon Danica Toombs. Roddy Piper passed away on July 31, 2015 due to cardiac arrest caused by hypertension. He was 61 years old at the time of his death. Number 15. Big John St. Big John St. was born on February 19, 1948 in Butler, Pennsylvania, United States. He made his wrestling debut in 1972 and wrestled for 17 years before retiring on April 3, 1993. In 1978, Big John St. married Donna Conklin. They had 3 children, a son named Sean Minton, who became a professional wrestler, another son named John Minton Jr., and a daughter named Janelle Minton. Big John St. passed away on March 20, 1995 due to Hodgkin's lymphoma. He was 47 years old at the time of his death. Number 16. Mae Young. Mae Young was born on March 12, 1923 in Sandy Springs, Oklahoma, United States. She made her wrestling debut in 1939 and had a career that spanned an incredible 65 years. Mae Young retired from wrestling on November 15, 2010. Mae Young passed away on January 14, 2014 of natural causes at the age of 90. Number 17. Jay Brisco. Jay Brisco was born on January 25, 1984 in Salisbury, Maryland, United States. He made his wrestling debut in 2000 and wrestled for 22 years. In 2008, Jay Brisco married Ashley Pug. The couple had 3 children. Jay Brisco tragically passed away on January 17, 2023 in a traffic collision. He was 38 years old at the time of his death. Number 18. The Fabulous Mola. The Fabulous Mola was born on July 22, 1923 in Cassia County, South Carolina, United States. She made her wrestling debut in 1949 and wrestled for 38 years before retiring on September 15, 2004. In 1973, the Fabulous Mola married Walter Carroll, but they divorced in 1939. Later, she married Buddy Lee in 1961. But they divorced in 1970. She had 1 child, a daughter named Mary Carroll. The Fabulous Mola passed away on November 2, 2007, following complications from shoulder replacement surgery. She was 84 years old at the time of her death. Number 19. Trent AET. Trent AET was born on November 12, 1980 in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, United States. He made his wrestling debut on May 20, 1995 and wrestled for 15 years. Trent AET passed away on June 18, 2010 due to a drug overdose. He was 29 years old at the time of his death. Number 20. Sika Anoy. Sika Anoy was born on April 5, 1945 in Leon, American Samoa. He made his wrestling debut in 1973 and wrestled for 18 years before retiring in 1991. On December 5, 1970, Sika Anoy married Patricia Hooker. The couple had 5 children including professional wrestlers Roman Reigns and Rosie Anoy. They also had 3 daughters, Vanessa, Martiza and Summer Anoy. Sika Anoy is expected to pass away due to natural causes on June 25, 2024 at the age of 79. Number 21. Kerry Vonnegut. Kerry Vonnegut was born on February 3, 1960 in Niagara Falls, New York, United States. He made his wrestling debut in 1978 and wrestled for 14 years before retiring on February 12, 1993. In 1983, Kerry Vonnegut married Catherine Murray. The couple had 2 daughters, Holly Atkinson and Lassie Vonnegut, who is a professional wrestler. Kerry Vonnegut passed away on February 18, 1993 due to suicide by gunshot. He was 33 years old at the time of his death. Number 22. Afa Anoy. Afa Anoy was born on November 21st, 1943 in Leon, American Samoa. He made his wrestling debut in 1971 and wrestled for 24 years before retiring on August 25, 1995. In 1960, Afa Anoy married Len Anoi. They had 7 children, including professional wrestlers Samu, Leod Anoi, and Afa Anoy Jr., daughters Monica, Val, and Valentine Anoi Shore. Afa Anoy passed away on August 16, 2024 due to heart attacks at the age of 80. So friends, these were the legacies and crafts of the WWE legendary wrestlers. For more memorable videos like this, make sure to subscribe to Wrestle Series Comparison and hit the bell so you never miss out. Thanks for watching.